Hi guys, what's up everyone? This is Gaurav. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about 10 steps to tackle a low GRE score. Prospective graduate school students who are trying to raise their GRE score should take comfort in the knowledge that others have done this before. You have to prepare your mindset that it can be done, and you should not be like, oh, this is the end of the world. This is one part of your application that can drastically change between now and the time when you need to apply. It's very uncertain. There might be university criterias, but the GRE score depends on the other admits they receive from different people. In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 ways to either improve or compensate for a low GRE score. So if you want to know which are those 10 points, please keep on watching. Number 1, don't let one bad test day define you. Sometimes graduate school applicants like you are convinced that they are incapable of doing well on GRE simply because their first attempt didn't go well. That's just a mindset, and you should not have that. If you think that way, then you are offering to sell yourself. GRE test takers who are unsatisfied with their scores should figure out what errors they made on the test in the past and come up with strategies to avoid making the same mistakes. So if you got a very low score on GRE in the first attempt, it's not end of the world. Again, I'm saying it. Some students get disheartened that they worked hard, this and that, but it's an internet-based set, so something can go wrong. You might be very anxious at that time and things might go wrong. So don't consider it as everything is done. Make out some more strategies, think about something, and try to do another attempt if you are willing to get into a dream university. Number 2, commit to serious test preparation. Sometimes the key to raise your test score is studying harder and devoting a significant amount of time to test prep. Achieving a top GRE score will most likely require extra effort, but the good news is that the time invested in studying for the GRE can be paid off. If you work hard, if you follow the game plan, you can get where you need to be, and you can get your dream university, and you will be able to, all your efforts which you put down will be worth it if at the end you had a very good game set of plan, you followed the strategies, and you worked hard. Then I'm pretty sure you will be able to get into the university with good GRE score. Number 3, restore your high school math skills. A frequent reason for poor performance on the GRE is the test takers forgot their high school math lessons, including the basics of geometry, which is heavily emphasized on the GRE. The question may seem tricky, but you have learned that math in your high school. In contrast, it is very difficult to raise the verbal score, as grammar is not something you can quickly adopt. So only way for you to get good marks in GRE, and the easiest way, is to recollect your math memories, practice more math. Practice makes man perfect, correct? So you have to practice more and get good grades in math, because in grammar section, in vocabulary section, it will be much more difficult than the math section. It's not a simple words, you have to remember those synonyms and stuff. So better you practice in math section. Number 4, do more reading. The reason for a low GRE score could be a language barrier or limited English vocabulary. As an international student, I found that the best way to enhance your reading skill as a part of preparation to take GRE was by reading in English extensively. That means reading not only academic papers and your course textbooks, but also like daily newspapers, pieces of magazines, and even celebrity gossips website if that interests you. But the idea or motto behind this is you have to keep on reading. If you're not from an English speaking language country, or if you have not gone all your studies throughout in an English medium school, then you definitely need to keep on reading, because after coming here you might have to speak a lot, and in that case it will be easy for you. Number 5, take multiple practice exams. It is important to complete multiple GRE practice tests before the real exam. You are doing all this practice so that when you get to the actual test, you will have no surprises. You will be familiar with the test format, you will be familiar with how to expect the questions and everything. GRE's computer adaptive format can be intimidating for test takers who are accustomed to it, which is one more reason they should practice in advance. So many people, when they sit on the computer for many hours, it's a long exam, they get tired by brain, they get drained out, they need breaks in between. So you need to take practice tests and figure out where you stand, and you have to make up a plan and strategies, because if you lose the time track during the test, it can impact your GRE scores. Number 6, use free test preparation resources. It's foolish not to use the free GRE test prep materials available online from ETS or Educational Testing Services, the non-profit organization that creates the GRE exam. They themselves offer the free GRE test, which you have to take it because you might get similar questions in your test. So the organization's website include practice exams, sample test questions, and 100-page overview of math concepts that are tested on GRE. So anything you want to go to ETS or Educational Testing Services website, who are the creators of this test, and you should practice it. Number 7, consider a GRE class or a tutor. If you are not disciplined enough to self-study for the GRE, you may need to find an additional motivation if you sign up for a test prep course or a tutor. Join some consultancy and have a tutor to make you, if you don't have a time to study or anything, or if you are lacking behind in math lessons and everything else, then you should go and take a tutor. In general, it's wise to tailor your test prep strategies to your learning skills. People learn over time what kind of learners they are. It depends on each individual student, how they are, how fast they can gain the knowledge, and how fast they can remember the concepts and implement in the examination. So if you're not disciplined enough to self-study, please go to tutoring classes. Number 8, capitalize on the ScoreSelect option. If you take advantage of GRE's ScoreSelect options, you will have the ability to choose which GRE test scores they report to the target institution. Yes, you heard it correctly. This will allow you and give you the option to really shoot for the highest score possible. Some applicants used to worry about low GRE scores becoming a permanent ding on their academic record, but having the ScoreSelect option eliminates that source of test anxiety. So you should capitalize on ScoreSelect options. That is a good way to do it. Number 9, choose your target schools wisely. If you're struggling with GRE, you should probably focus on graduating schools that don't automatically weed out applicants based on GRE scores. It is my experience that most graduate school admissions committee operate in the same way. They will be evaluating the entire application, trying to determine if a student possesses both the academic and interpersonal skills it will take to succeed in a graduate school. So pretty much they are the same, so you should be wisely selecting the school you're going for. And number 10 is polish other parts of your application. You should remember that GRE is not only one component of the university's application. So application with lackluster GRE score may want to devote extra time to the admission essays or letter of recommendations, or which will compensate your low GRE score. Another way of impressing admissions officer is to take a graduate level course and then get an A degree on that. So there are all the options which you can get if you have a low GRE score. So that's it, guys. There were the 10 points in which how you can improve or either compensate your low GRE score. So if you have got low GRE score, please don't worry about it. Consider this 10 points and start again. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.